Remember my last video about a refurbished keyboard? Mainly, I'm asking because this is the Refurbished Magic Mouse 2, so that way I can complete the setup. So, let's check it out. The Refurbished Magic Mouse 2 is the iconic Apple mouse, but at a much lower price compared to the retail one since this is a refurbished unit. Compared to the last refurbished item that I reviewed from Apple, linked to the video in the description below, the packaging is much better with the mouse. It comes with an original lightning cable to charge, some paperwork about the refurbished product from Amazon, and finally the mouse itself, nicely secured with bubble wrap. As for how it feels out of the box, the outer shell is made of this very glossy plastic material with minimalistic Apple logo underneath the shell. And below the mouse, it is all made of aluminum with two matte plastic feet so it can slide freely around the surface. I will say that my unit is a bit scratched on the plastic. Not a deal breaker, but it is something to keep in mind on what you may get when ordering a refurbished item. For UI, there's not much since this is an ordinary mouse from Apple. There is a single button on top, underneath there is an on and off switch, and a lightning port to charge. Speaking of the charging port, what in the actual junk? Like, who decided to put it like this? I know this is being picky and that I'm making fun of it, but just for comparison, here's the Uhuru Bluetooth mouse that I made a video about. Video in the description below, by the way. See how the charging port is located in a much better spot to easily charge? I'm just saying, there are no excuses at this point to place the charging port in such an obscure location that makes our way of charging it much more difficult. Now with that out of the way, how does it actually perform? It is different from standard mice because of its low profile and different material. As someone who has grown accustomed with gaming mice, it took me a while to get the hang of it. Its glossy surface made it slippery at times to move the mouse across the surface, and the low profile made my hand do a claw gesture, which is a bit uncomfortable for me. But eventually, I got used to it. One thing that I've grown attached to is the functionality of the swipe gestures. If you own a MacBook Pro, chances are that you already use these gestures to swipe left or right between pages, scroll, and use Launchpad. With this mouse, it does all what the trackpad does, but with less movement and more precision. If you want to use a gesture on your trackpad, you would have to position your whole hand to complete it. As for the mouse, you only need to move your fingers, so there's less repositioning for your hand. As a trade-off, you get to have more precision with the mouse, so clicking and dragging items will be less of a hassle. Fun fact, the battery lasts forever. I have not charged for about 3 weeks with heavy uses at times, and it still had around 90 to 80% left. The mouse has a unique click to it compared to other mice I've had in the past. Here's a quick sound demo. Overall, the mouse performs well, which is good considering that this is a refurbished product. If you can get over the picky things like the mouse being a bit scratched, the charging location, and the loss of the unboxing experience from Apple, then the Refurbished Magic Mouse 2 is a perfect buy for any Mac user who needs an Apple mouse, all at a discounted price. And that is it for this video, guys. If you found it helpful, please leave a thumbs up. Subscribe down below if you want to see more future videos like this down the road. Thank you for watching. See you guys next time.